Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Now, last time out we used the marker tool, which I have touted as probably the most powerful tool I have seen in Transports Fever 2. In fact, if you look at the top of the screen slightly off to the right hand side, you will see the embankment that I created with that marker tool, and indeed how I managed to lower up the bridge. That doesn't make sense. It's lower the bridge. How I managed to lower the bridge with said marker tool using the node editor, and it just makes it look a lot better. Now, towards the end of that episode, I was trying to figure out what was going on with our food situation. Still is not going all too well. So in this video, what I'm going to try and do is try to sort out once and for all, figure out and sort out the food situation, work out what does and does not work. Might end up spending quite a lot of money, but I want to try and figure out what does and does not work. I say quite a lot of money. I am playing with no costs, but it is going to cost a lot if I were playing with all those costs. And just try and figure out at least Bracknell, try and work out what's going on with Carnforth, maybe try and figure out a railway line to Macclesfield, and ensure that the food network is starting to build up. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and I suppose I best get started. I wonder which train is going to pass through first. That shows a clear. So I suppose the other one stops? Yep. Oh, hang on. They run parallel to each other, don't they? Ooh, thumbnail opportunity right early on. Well, make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to try and grab a thumbnail right here. Well, I missed the opportunity to have the trains in a perfect screenshot, but I am trying to get this whistle board working, which it still is not. So what I have done is I looked at the comments, and somebody in the comments said that if you put the whistle board in the route, so you put the waypoint in the route, then it will whistle. Apparently it shall not. That does not seem like a thing it does. Anyway, it looks pretty neat, so there we go. Let's continue and figure out what is going on over here. So we have plenty of food. It seems like the shipment is the issue that we're currently having. So right now there is quite a bit wanting to go to Macclesfield, which would be this one here. So let me try and figure this one out first. We've got a fair amount of vehicles. Let me just go ahead and clone a few more. Let's do that. Let's add that all up. Do we have anything new that we could put on? Unfortunately not. If I was to go up to 1889, would anything new come up? Just some London and something railway. London and why? Would that be Yarmouth? London and Great Yarmouth Railway, perhaps? I'm thinking of anywhere that would begin with Y. Could be London and York Railway? No, that wouldn't be it, because that would be London Northeastern Railway, surely. I don't know. Right, so I've increased the number for the Macclesfield food. I want to see if that works. Now, Carnforth just does not seem to want food, which is annoying. So what I'm thinking of doing is can I do custom cargo? No, apparently not. There is a way to do this. Here we go. If I take food off it and food back on, should put it at the front. There we go. And then take goods off and goods back on. So now goods and food are top. There you go. And let's see if that has any impact on what's going on here. As I said, I'm curious and trying to figure out what exactly is it that's causing this. It isn't working in the slightest in the way it should. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with this food processing plant and the level of this food processing plant. Could it be something to do with that? So let's force this one to level up. I'll switch auto upgrade off and let's see what that does. Will that start increasing the production quite significantly? I mean, indeed it is starting to use a lot more. And the shipment has increased. Cornforth definitely wants more. So that's good. Going back and forth, perhaps we'll have... I might need to start looking at having an even larger train. Or, hang on, what's the top speed of this train? Top speed 50. What speed are you actually doing? Oh no, you're doing 50, okay. I was going to say, is there a better speed for this? And whilst I'm here, whilst I'm in this area, let's go ahead and decorate it a little. Whilst I'm waiting for a few things to go on. So for example, let's turn this into a field of poppies. Yeah, why not? We'll have a field of poppies. We'll also have maybe a field of lavender, chamomile, all of those kind of things. Keep using the wrong one, it's this one I want to use. You need to be a lot more precise with this, you see. Let's do that. That's a lot of poppies. Tell you what, I know World War I hasn't occurred yet, but Poppy Appeal would be quite happy with this in the future. There we go, right the way along. Just whilst we're waiting to see what stabilises on the food. Right the way over. Like so. Let's then put some... Where's this light green grass? Should I just put a... Don't particularly like that light green grass. Not here anyway. I'll just clear this up a little. There we go. Okay, so now we have a poppy field there. We do have the alpine grass. Could use that somewhere, like for example just here. See how that looks. Maybe we could use that in a few places. And certainly I think we need fields that just are predominantly mud. So I think I've got a mud texture to use as well, which I will put in some places, but of course most of our fields just green. There we go. And that's a decent colour. It reminds me of, like, there are some fields that are this sort of colour. I'm not sure what they have in them. I feel like it's soil that has been used, or when plants have already been harvested, this is what's left over before the soil turns brown again. So this is sort of the leftovers of the whatever's been thrown out by a combine harvester. So that is why I'm doing something like that. Does that work? I guess it does. And then let's just go for dirt. Let's put dirt in this field. Have a field of dirt. Sure. Actually, what is this? That's not dirt. Soil, maybe. Yeah, let's use that instead. Better. Much better. And you get these, again, in various places. So what I'm doing here is I'm just giving the computer the opportunity to catch up and let the computer's programming figure out what, or the game's programming, should I say, figure out what exactly it needs to be doing, where it needs to be sending resources, and then I will see. I really do not like these trees. Their level of detail models are so very wrong. Right. Bring that along there. There's another one of those. And obviously the other thing that I'm very much missing is clumps of trees. We have plenty of places where there are just clumps of trees everywhere. So we need to do that as well. In which case what I shall be doing is removing some farms here and there and just replacing them with tree clumps. That's the plan anyway. Right, I've done a little bit of that. Let's have a look at how this is functioning. Oh wow. Okay. So we've got that. We've got 24 there. We're actually running low on resources. This is sort of maxed out. Could I make this platform longer? Swap to the other platform, make it longer, let it pick up more goods. Because that's now just overflowing. Is this working? This might actually be starting to work. So it's just this perhaps, and now it's out of. Yep, I think it's the level of the industry that's caused the problem. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do here. I am going to get rid of that. I'm going to look at adding an extra platform here. Platform. Cargo. 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 This. That isn't working. Okay. Alternatively, I could manage this, edit the vehicle, and add something else to it. So, what am I using at the moment for these? I think these are what? British 5-plank open wagon early. So it's British 5-plank open wagon. How much does this carry? 66. And we've got, what's that? So that would be 10, 11. So each one carries 6. So is there anything that carries a bit more than that? These ones do. Each one carries 7. And that would also carry all cargo. This one is the 6, so perhaps it's about time we start changing to some of these. That's 6. Tramway wagons. Oh yes, I need to be looking at those for something else. Right. 7 seems reasonable. 1 plank? No. Let's look for covered ones. So let's get rid of all of this. How long was the vehicle? 76 meters. Oh, well, no. Let's not do that. That's not right. Let's have some covered wagons on this. tank wagon apparently does all cargo as well. Alright. No, I'm thinking of this. Yes, flour, sugar set. Yep, so this is essentially what we're doing. Let's go for the same 101. Was it 101 meters it said? Or was it 70 something? Oh, I've changed it, haven't I? Let's try that. And look, it can now carry 98 as opposed to 66. Let's give that a go and see. I think it wasn't 101 meters. It would have been 76 meters. But that's okay. Let's see if it fills. It does fill up everything and it manages. As long as it manages, that's okay. Now the same thing, I would like to do the same thing here. And start turning these. So essentially we're now turning into what is British rail. So we are looking at a train that has a capacity of 122 and is 150 meters long. Now going to have a capacity of, oh, we're still looking for 150 meters. 152 meters, has a capacity of 133, which makes sense. So we have increased the capacity by 1 per carriage, and there we go. So that's that. Okay, let's see if that small increase helps us. Well, actually, there's a rather large increase here. We've got a 33% increase there. Carnforth food seems a little bit busy, so I'm going to take a few of these and do some cloning of it. There you go. And also just because I probably need to ensure that these running costs are very high. Right, so that's going back and forth. This thing's producing as fast as it can. There's an autosave happening as we speak. This could all work rather nicely. And of course, once this is balanced out, I can start increasing where I'm sending the goods. So that is also rather important. Tell you what else is important. I do need to figure out. I do need to start putting the housing down, proper housing. So, for example, all down here, put some proper housing in. Right, that is low once again. It's about to receive another 96. We are limited here. We are certainly limited, but it is working. Where's that other train? Were you the one? You're not the one. Unfortunately, now Bracknell, it really is not getting much sent to it. That's the other issue I'm having. What is the point? If Bracknell is not having much sent to it, we are really stuck. I like the look of the train going through the countryside there. It really, really looks good. That's giving it 100. Okay. I mean, supply here is going to be tough. Very, very tough. Yeah, this is just not supplying these fast enough. And I cannot see what the problem is. I've changed everything up here to try and make it work better. It goes to the... does it go to the right place? There's a question. Bracknell requires 46. Does it go to the right... Yes, it's literally the centre of town. Like, that covers all of it? Yes. Very curious. Also, I think it's about time I took this loop down. We do not need it anymore. And I was never... I liked the loop, but it never really worked the way I wanted it to. Tell you what I should do, though. So I should probably keep some of it as sort of a memento as to what there was. There you go. Just leave it like that, I suppose. Leave it like that. Yeah, leave it like that. That was once a loop. Yeah, this isn't Roman times. We're not going to have old aqueducts or anything like that. What I will do is I will change the track to disused rust track. There you go. That's now old track. Can leave that station there for now. Let's keep having a look at this. See how it's coping. How is Carnforth coping? 11 of 106. I don't know what to make of this. I really, really do not. These are all houses. They are. I'll tell you what I am going to do though. I think it's about time I put some proper housing in. Or the housing that would look really nice down this road, and indeed on this side too. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. This area becomes my special kind of housing. What on earth? I feel like Transport Fever 2 just randomly keeps placing things. And not getting rid of things. There you go. Okay. So, assets. Housing. Houses. There it is. And it is... which one do I want? I think it isn't this one. No, it isn't this one I want down here. It's these. Yep. These are the ones I want. And this is a fairly straight bit of road. Enable population, enable the garden. I mean, sure, we'll do that. The roof colour needs to be the same all the way through though. That will do. Brick colour. Oh wow. Variant 3D. Yeah, let's do that. Door colours can be random. And let's build it from... Should we build it right up onto the corner? I think that's probably a good idea. More than likely, just make this one huge... We could just turn this into one massive run on this. So from there, now we'll do one more house. Can we fit 18 here? Yes, we can. Alrighty. 18 houses going in right now. There we go. You go away. That is so very incredibly realistic. And we shall do the same here, but I suppose here we can only get 11 houses in. We could get more than 11. We could potentially fit 13 or 14 in. Try 14. 14 from here. Like that. I mean, these ones are a little bit better. Just looking at how this is drawn out. No, actually, that's... Yeah, they're about right. Letterbox is right outside the door of that person, but that's okay. They shall just have to deal with it unless I try and shove it along a little. Oh, I could shove this along. There was something I had, a tool that would allow me to move things after they were built, but I'm not sure what that tool is or where that tool is. Let's do that. There you go. Everybody all right here? Fine tuning. I wish I could fine tune this ever so slightly. Oh, I want to fine tune this. I don't think that could be. Is that enough of a fine tune, or is that too little? Too much, I mean. There, let's just see how that pans out. Yeah, see, now we've got a massive gap, which just looks really bad. That's really, really annoying. Like, that tiny amount of fine tuning just does not work. This is a perfectly straight road, right? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. For this one, I'm going to go group of 6. And then I'm going to adjust to make sure this works. Another group of 6 there. And another group of 6 there. Oh, and in fact, that should be okay. There you go. That will do. I don't really know what. There's another house there, that's what it was. So I'm not sure what's happened there. There's another house. Okay, that's that bit done. Right, let's just go ahead and fast forward. Watch all the people pour out of these houses. Any second now, you'll just have people pouring out of the houses. There they come. There's less people than I thought it would be. Oh, here comes some more. Here comes some more. So you do have to be careful with this. With how many people will come out the houses. Right, so how are we looking? It's better. It is better. It's just, is it good enough? The problem is now Bracknell is not getting the food that it's supposed to get. I feel like there's something just not right with the entire freight network at this point in time, and I'm not sure what it is. That's really annoying. But at least I know that it's the industry level that was the main factor in why we were not getting the industry sent out. I'm also quite surprised that has 108 there, when clearly it should not really have that much. It says initial commercial capacity. Maybe it's this. Only click once. Maybe that's what's caused it. I have no idea. I truly have no idea. What I do know, though, is that we are at the end of this episode. This has not worked perfectly well. But, I mean, if I do that... do that, take pause there, and just take a screenshot, I do know that that could work. So clearly I have changed something here. Just has not worked quite as well as I'd hoped. Oh well. So I'll take that as a screenshot. Right, what I'm going to do is I'll end it there. And in the next video, I'm thinking what I would like to do is I would like to connect up from Downham Market to Croydon, and also from Ollerton to Maryport. those are two places I'd like to hook up next. Just to give you an idea here with the farmland, I am still working on it, but as you can see, I have put a lot of the border lines in. So next up, I have to put the border lines in for the actual roads, fix up the roads a little bit. I have been going around doing some fixing on the roads where they look weird. So for example, here I need to fix up still, but over here I've cleaned up what was a very wobbly road, and similarly here. So I'll do that, and then it's just a matter of filling that out, and that is the entire map completed in terms of all the farms. And then all I've got to do is start building up railways everywhere and all of that kind of stuff. So that is what I will be doing in the next video. Yeah, that's still disappointing. This is still very disappointing. I'm just not sure how to go about making this any better. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, and if you have ideas on how to fix that, that would be absolutely great. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. It is putting random things in. That is all from me, and I'll see you next time in Transport Fever 2, the UK mod series, where, as I said, I shall be going around trying to connect up a little bit more on the passenger lines, and also, if I can do so, and I might do this before I start the video, I'm going to try and swap everything over to left-hand traffic. That is going to be a bit of a nightmare given the amount of roads I've got. I have seen a global upgrade mod. I wonder if that will work. What I think I could do is turn all the roads into something that I know I'm going to not use, and then turn them all back, and then turn each town road into something, and then turn it all back, and I don't know. It is going to be quite interesting to do that, so make sure you stay tuned for all of that, and indeed more on this modded series. I'll see you next time.